Welcome to Stock Dogs Unleashed. Get ready for another episode where we dig deep into ranching life and the world of the working dog.
From the ups and downs of handling cattle to training the perfect stock dog, we're sharing it all.
We'll be telling some crazy stories, offering tips and tricks, and of course throwing in a little bit of humor along the way.
Whether you're working on the ranch or just love hearing about it, there's something here for everyone.
So sit back, grab your coffee, and let's get this episode rolling.
Nice. Well, welcome to freaking Stock Dogs Unleashed, Travis. And the national finals.
Yep, we're glad to be here. Just got here yesterday, actually, so it was a little bit of a slow start for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Slim's kind of screwed the deal up for me on that one.
Yeah, I would better get a different dog. It's all her fault. Yeah, you should dive into that. Tell us why you're late, why we didn't get any podcast done for a couple days, why you're not running.
Well, I'm not running in. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I went to just getting ready to come to this deal, actually. And I had some yearlings to move around right before we just get stuff cleaned up. So we're ready for coming to the finals, all the home stuff done. And I took her for a run. I was coming back and I was on my way to get another dog to use, but the cattle were right in the right spot. And I sent her around and she was bringing them over to me and everything seemed normal. And then cattle turned up, no Slim, and she had broken her back.
Jeez.
So we took her to our local vet, and we did real good, and he recommended me to go to a neurologist, so I went there and spent a bunch of money on an MRI, but she, her back come back in alignment, but she burst a fluid disc. Some of the fluid put pressure on a spinal cord and some come down and a lot of other muscle damages and stuff. She's right now, my wife's actually looking after her. She's in like a big box. It's like it's the weirdest thing. And
I'm sure Chelsea loves all of that.
Yeah. I give her it's like you got to give her medicine every 8 hours and then some every 12 hours and then some with food, some without, and then really trying to keep her sedated to keep her not moving. But I guess she's starting to really try to move around more now, so we've got to try to limit that. And in 8 weeks, we'll see if she's going to walk again properly.
So did they specifically give you medicine to keep her sedated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But it's not working now?
Yeah, so she had a fentanyl patch, and I didn't know you could give dogs fentanyl.
No.
But it folded her. Like, she was out.
Yeah.
It worked really good, and then now it's we had to take it off. And we've got 2 drugs to give her that keep her somewhat sedated, but it's maybe not enough right now.
Huh.
So we'll see. We'll see how at the moment she's can't use her back legs at all, and I thought that would have been game over. But there's hope for her yet, and she can't work again. We can't put her on cows, work cows again, but hopefully maybe get some pups out of her.
Yep.
So I can continue that. So
Well, that's the dangerous thing about having cow dogs is they get kicked sometimes. They get stepped on sometimes. Nature of the beast. We use them to help. But we are risking it.
yeah,
They love it. They get in there. And what you're risking is them getting in there more than we want them to get in there. We're always trying to hold them back. And sometimes they get overzealous on us.
yeah, I mean, the holes in her training have been for many years is being overzealous and getting a little too much biting. But we've been working on it, and we've really tamed that down to where it's just so I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But obviously something went on, and
That's what would surprise me is that she's been doing so good on not biting with emotion and just calm biting, thinking, having a thought. And so, yeah, it'd be really interesting to know what happened, but
yeah, who knows? And but no, they and of course it's like a good horse. If something's gonna get hurt, it's the best one.
Yep.
It's never the worst.
it's always the best one.
Yep. So, but no, I mean, there's things that could be worse. That she could have been killed, which
Yep.
would have been a horrible disaster.
Yep.
Should have been a big loss to the program, but she wasn't, and so it's just a pain in the neck of
Getting her through it.
waiting time now, and then keep her alive, keep her going through it. So
That's crazy.
the vets don't mind getting you pretty good for it too.
No. They see you coming a mile away.
It's funny though, if they know you like them, I think the price is more expensive. If you say, well, he'll probably be all right, they're like, well, let's just try this other route. But this is my best one, so there was no stops, and they could tell I liked her.
It's kind of like my kid getting his truck mechanic on. The guy's like, guaranteed you left the extra brass ring underneath your injector. I'll guarantee you did. When you pulled the old injector out, did you make sure the rings were there? And he's like, well, no, I'm not. Yep, I'll guarantee that's what your problem is. Goes in, starts ripping injectors out, finds no brass ring that we left in it. So he's like, oh my gosh, this fuel line was way over torqued and this one was way under torqued. And I couldn't even believe how loose this one was. It was finger tight. And I'm like, I know that's BS because we have a 2-foot long torque wrench. We torqued every one of them to the very exact spec that it said to torque them at.
Yep.
And you're going to tell me it's only finger tight and that it rattled loose. Well, then why is that the spec to torque it at if it's going to rattle loose? But I feel like now he's tore the engine apart because he had this assumption. Now to justify his $120 an hour, 10-hour day, he's like, oh, yeah, looky, I got in there and found them loose things you left. Yeah. No, you're full of crap. You're trying to justify what you just did nothing.
It's a tough thing. And, there's a good tradesman always blames his tools.
Yeah.
He never blames himself. So, you do get things like that. I'm sure other people have had things. But no, we heard horrible news, actually, I read this morning about Michael Dow, our friend and guest that's been on this podcast. His house actually caught fire and burnt down by the looks of it. I don't know all the details, but I know everyone's safe and all the animals got out. But shout out to him, and we're hoping he recovers well. And
really hoping a bunch of people jump in and are going to try and help. I'm sure they're going to have something set up. When we find out what that is, we will try to air it in some way, advertise it on our social media. That's a huge loss. When anybody loses their house, that is a huge loss.
It's a hard thing. I was talking to another guy about there's things that you had in it, sentimental clothes, and it's just the expense that you don't know. And I don't know, off the cuff, I think if you guys email us, we'll get you in contact with Michael if you guys would like to help, and someone try to put a care package together, and I think something to try to get through this tough time. But we're thinking of you, buddy.
Yep. Hopefully everything works out quickly and smoothly, and
as good
thank
as
God
can.
His wife and kid and him got out.
Yeah, thank goodness. Golly, it said the dogs woke him up, so I guess those dogs are lifesavers essentially.
Yep.
So that's wonderful.
Yep.
That they did that.
While we're sitting down here at the national finals, freaking playing with our dogs, they're having tragedy.
Yep. So, but moving on to more lighter news. How has your week? I haven't got to see you, so I haven't got to talk to you about it.
We've been doing pretty good. It's middle of the road. Made it back to the final 19, top 19 in the world at MSSA in the sheep. Got in there and completely flubbed it. Couldn't even get our fetch. We had some runners that wanted to run to the bottom gate, and every time we get them to the top and start getting them coming, they would just run their little hearts out. And Sage was a little unreactive, especially after she went about 4 laps around the arena.
And she's got a hurt pad too.
Yeah, she blew her pad out. Just somehow this week, I don't even know how. She's never done that before, but she's got it's just a little baby one, but it's enough to make her think she's hurting and be a little bit of a sissy. But we super glued it up, and she's I don't think it affected her too bad. She just was in a hurry in the beginning, got the sheep running, and then as she got tired, they got more used to running. So yeah, that didn't work out too well.
No. What about the most important one, the cow run? The one that I want to hear about is I seen the final sheep run.
Oh, did you?
I watched your final sheep run, and we had a game plan. You had a game plan.
I had a game plan. I had number 4 obstacle, figured out how I was going to do it.
Just missed the number 1.
Yeah, I just forgot to plan for number 1 or something. I don't know what I did.
And people might think I've been a little merciless on you not getting number 1, the fetch, in a 5-minute course, but I want them to know the background story. I've missed my fetch before, and I think everyone has.
Yeah.
And
I remember coming up and giving you a hug and telling you that happens to the best of us.
I remember a different thing. It's like you couldn't get your fetch. What is wrong? Or do you even need to be here?
I feel like fetches are a little harder to get in the open than they are in the intermediate.
I think they're about the same. I think they pretty much keep that the exact same, pal.
And the sheep are 10 times harder than any cattle run you've ever made. Sheep are hard. That's where the professionals run, buddy.
That's what I've been hearing.
Takes the strongest dogs. It takes the the best trained dogs. It takes the. No, I don't even know.
In saying that though, how did your cow runs go?
Good. I'm doing good. My first run of the week, I got like a 430 full score, so it puts you in the middle of the pack. And then my run yesterday, I actually took second place overall with a 250 full score, so that jumped me up. I don't know where I'm sitting in this average, but definitely coming back top 20 in the cattle average 2, which is super exciting, but super stressful. 100%. Hopefully we can go put down another run and be competitive. Hopefully let's start easy. Hopefully we get our fetch.
Yeah, let's after today, I think maybe just focus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 obstacles instead of just jumping straight to 4.
Yep.
But no, that is exciting. Now it's and you always got to worry about the guys that are down the list swinging for the fences to catch you and win the whole day, versus when you are up higher in the top 5. I think there's a lot of pressure when you're up in that higher group.
There is. I'd 10 times rather be the underdog.
Yep.
Like my first year coming into intermediate, I wasn't nervous at all. My first year coming into the open, I wasn't nervous at all because I was like, I don't even belong here, man. Everything I do is better than I done last year.
Yep.
But yeah, after you sit here for a minute and after you do some good things, like I've won national title with Reba and the sheep here, and yeah, so then you start expecting it more from yourself, and you put more pressure on yourself. Nobody else cares. Nobody even remembers.
I think everyone's going to remember today. I think they'll be.
He's not a nice person, ladies and gentlemen. He's not a nice person at all.
This is revenge, and it's best served cold, and I'm serving it to you on the air.
Yeah, probably for days to come.
Months. We'll call him the fetch master.
Yep.
But
it was so embarrassing that Travis left. He went 5 cars. He went across the parking lot and hid. He was like, I don't want anybody to see me walking out of the arena with this guy.
I had to get better service so I could unfollow this podcast. So I can't. But no, so we haven't had talking about unfollowing. I did talk to a friend of mine about your shoot branding, just to jump.
Oh, you're not going to let him bring it up. You're going to bring it up for him.
I'm not going to say who, and I'm hoping he calls in. But
well, yeah, you're trying to poke the bear to make him really push him to call in.
Yep. So Justin DeBraga, please call in because chances dying to hear.
Sticking to my guns.
Yeah, you stick to it, but I'm hoping it snowballs effect. To where maybe next spring you're got your old lariat out there and you're roping calves.
Yeah, I would love to do it. I guarantee it's fun. Just probably not going to do it on my calves.
Well, we'll see what the general public will do. A poll. What should Chance do?
So, anyways, tell your story that you brought up.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to let him bring it up. I'm going to let him go.
The audience doesn't know what you're talking about. You just brought up something and you never told the story. You just.
Oh yeah, sometimes
you can skip to the end of your story.
Yeah. No, we had a little. Wanted to hear guys, and this is still open, so call in and voice memo in, which is really easy. And email us your voice memo and try to explain to Chance.
Teach me
why, if he wants to continue wearing his cowboy hat and he desperately wants to be called a rancher, that he should start roping his calves. And
for branding.
For branding. So
instead of tabletop, calf table.
Is that how you do it?
Calf table?
Is that what they call them? I've never seen one.
You're so full of shit.
I don't know.
It's insane.
I don't know what
you can pretend all you want with your little Australian freaking. Yeah.
I don't know what.
I'm so cowboy. I don't even know what a calf table is.
Yeah, no, that's all we use in Australia is a calf table. So
Yeah. I've heard lots of stories, but you're just like every other freaking keyboard warrior on the internet. I've never seen a video.
you're calling out the whole internet.
No, I'm calling out you.
Oh,
I've never seen videos of you doing any of this cowboy shit that you say.
I'm more of a ground crew guy.
Yeah.
I'm not at the brandings. I'm more of a. I can work the heck out of a vaccine. I'm vaccine queen
I am
actually.
very good at vaccine queen. I can guarantee it. I do have video of that. But that's that tabletop mentality. You just freaking tip them over and get it done.
Yeah,
Low stress.
yeah. There was an argument for that. I'm going to let you get rebutted by the guest for that one. But no,
Okay.
call in, please educate him, and
With some proof.
what's a proof?
Have like a real facts and things, not just your opinion. It'd be nice if there was. I'm open to listen. I really am. If you can prove to me that it's better on the calves to have a bunch of guys chasing around roping them, then I'll start doing it. But
All right. Well, hit him with the facts, people.
the facts.
And
The
but yeah, I wanted to
evidence.
bring that up and try to get some more people in there to educate you. So, but
But this, you say his name was Justin?
Justin,
Apparently he was very, very emotional.
insulting.
He was very insulting.
He just said that.
Or he was insulted by me.
I think he was both. I think people that do that insult people that rope, and also
People that use a calf
We had
table
to insult
people that rope by using a calf table.
I
That's
think
how
so.
sensitive they are?
I think it's a little sensitive. Yeah, and I felt bad, and I thought about quitting the podcast, but I'm kind of in it this far now, so I can't.
Explain. I don't understand what you feel bad about.
I just feeling bad about hanging about with a farmer.
Oh.
Just
You don't
Calf
like
table.
farmers, huh?
I mean, they feed America. I love it. Love it. But we had this conversation in one of the early podcasts with the difference between a farmer and a rancher.
Right, 100%.
And
I still believe that.
There is still a big calf tables, farmers,
Okay.
cowboys,
Cowboys. Ranchers.
So that's just the way you can do it however you want.
Why don't you
really
go
care.
ahead and voice your opinion? Like, you're very strong. You're very sensitive about what I said. I like to use a calf table because it's low stress. Go ahead and tell us everything you think bad about a calf table and how lame farmers and ranchers are for using
I'm
them.
going to leave it open ended. I'm going to leave it as a surprise.
You don't want to put your opinion out there. You just want my opinion?
Yeah, I just want to hear what you have to
Coward.
say.
Coward.
I just want to hear what
You
you
want
have to say.
lashback on me, but you don't want any. You don't want any of that for
But
you.
that's not how you win arguments, Chance.
I'm not. What do you mean?
That's not how I win this.
Oh.
I don't want to. I can't have.
You don't want to
somebody
share your
buttling me.
opinion. Coward.
I'm playing Sweden on that deal. Pleading the fifth, I guess, is what they say here. But
Because I'd love to get voice memos from both sides, facts, opinions. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
It really actually would be awesome if somebody really knew which one was less stressful on the calf.
Yep. There's points to both. I can see both points to both. But the fun level of roping your calves would really make me
Oh,
come
fun!
over and
Way
help you.
fun, 100%.
Yeah.
I would promise it would. I would love to go to anybody's calf branding that they're roping and go try it more.
Yep.
But I'm
Yep.
probably never going to do my own.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. But
I got a little merch.
I see that.
On to a new subject.
I see
I
that.
got a little merch. Got a little Stock Dogs Unleashed hat. I did make me some more PV bar ones too that are freaking classy. Travis didn't want to help advertise. He's got a style. He's got a very unique style, and he sticks to it.
Yep.
But the reason I would bring up, I got some T-shirts made too.
I haven't seen the t-shirts yet. The hats look good though.
Yeah, we're gonna make some more T-shirts. It didn't come out like I really wanted them to, but
So you do have t-shirts, or you don't have?
I do have T-shirts. They just they gave me several different sizes, and when I ordered them the larger sizes in more male type colors, and the smaller sizes in more female type colors. And I only got 12, so it was a big scramble of things. But they're just giveaways for right now, and our sponsors are not coming in as fast as I thought they would, so it came out of my own pocket. So we only got 12 shirts right now, but they're giveaways. so that we can start pulling some things in, like questions and trying to get the audience involved, and then send them a shirt, whoever wins it, right?
Yes.
On that note, and I don't know if Travis knows this, he might. He's smart. He's pretty quick. On one of our past podcasts, I slipped a little picture in of our man Travis here. It's a cute little picture. There may or may not be a chicken involved, but the first person who is not one of our wives that sends me a screenshot of that picture, this means they're going to have to watch our podcast. Are you clueless right now?
I'm clueless.
Oh, I love that. I'm so glad that you're clueless, because Travis is supposed to watch our podcast and back me up and see if I make any mistakes. And literally, there's a picture out there of Travis.
I don't know you were like booby trapping him to tell me.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect. So there is a picture that's got a little something to do with the chicken in it. With Travis, first person to send me a screenshot to my phone of that picture gets a free shirt. I'll mail it to you. But that means they're going to have to they got to watch our podcast. They can't just listen to it. They actually have to watch it. And I'm not telling them what podcast it's in. It's in one of our previous podcasts from now.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody that's seen it, 100%. But whoever sends me a screenshot of that picture and tell me what episode it was in, free T-shirt, little merchandise.
Yeah.
And these are the games we like to play.
Yeah, and I'm going to call you up on that too, because now say your phone number out to everyone listening so they can actually get that feature to you.
Is that how it works? Works?
Yeah, that's put it out there.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. I thought everybody. No, okay, wait. It's not texted to my phone number. There's where it is. First one to email: stockdogsunleashed@gmail.com. A picture of Travis's cute little mug, with the chicken in it. There it is. I said it wrong.
No,
email us.
Email.
And I got the email right. stockdogsunleashed@gmail.com, right?
You're ticking all the boxes right now.
Yep. First email with that picture in it gets a free T-shirt.
Well, that just caught me out.
Yeah, good. I'm glad, because that's a little bit of your editing. You missed a spot, bud.
I did. I missed. And to help people find it, it's in the last 8 episodes. Because I was pretty good for the first 4 or 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
So.
No, and then we're gonna do more of that. I promised the person I got the picture from that I would also give unwanted picture to slip in somewhere, and people better be paying attention, man.
Baloney.
You can win some merch here.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's good merch. I have not received the hat yet. I guess I'm going to have to look through the videos as well now.
Yep.
To earn myself a Stock Dogs Unleashed hat.
Yep.
And the more the merrier that get out there, the better.
Yep.
So, and I thought you might have been selling them, but I think
right now is we're gonna do some giveaways, and if we get popular and people want them, we'll dang sure take orders. That'd be cool too.
Yep,
that'd be fun. Really, I'm hoping next year at the national finals maybe we can have a little booth, and I hope we could podcast like on the sidewalk and just get people sit down for a minute, and then somebody else sit down for a minute. I think it'd be kind of fun.
I think like a speed interview.
And then have the working dogs in the background, the trials going on, and people run around eating corn dogs. It's a pretty fun atmosphere.
Yep. So, I don't know. There's a lot of people here that go like at the finals right now that we're going to podcast and talk about them. But there's a lot of preparation that goes into these deals. It's not like the regular dog trial. You throw the dog in the back and drive to the trial. You gotta. You're here for a week, and it is Afton, Wyoming is a beautiful place.
Yep.
But you're here for a week, so there's camping and Chance. What are you? I see the cotton's flying, and you've been stuffed up pretty good.
Yeah, cottonwood trees are letting out the cotton, and that's getting my allergies going. I got to blow my nose about 15 times a day, and My throat itches the whole time I'm here, but
I've told everyone you're just doing coke.
yeah.
It's like, what's wrong with James's
Old
nose?
booger sugar.
Yeah, it's like, Jay's just a drug addict. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So, did you see his fetch?
yeah. There's something wrong.
Yep. So, but no, but it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get rolling with some more interviews and stuff like that. But I know what I was all prepped, and then Slim got hurt, so that kind of deflated our tires
Right.
On coming, and so the kennel didn't make it. Chances stopped trailing it up like a real cowboy. Well, I'm going to take
Cowboy? Would you almost say real cowboy?
Yeah, that's gone now. That's that terminology for you is gone. And so
You heard it, folks. Travis says if you use a tabletop for your calves, you are not cowboy.
you might be a cow man. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, so no, I think, but yeah, it's a whole adventure.
Yeah, I've been roughing it. I got the cot, I got the bedroll in the old stock trailer. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yep.
Nice fresh air. No rain, no snow this year. We're doing great.
Yep. And for anyone that's wanting to get into these deals and come to the national finals, I've got one piece of advice when you're getting ready to come. Probably don't take your good dog to go work an actual job a week before or a few days before you leave.
Yep.
Found that out the hard way that it's not ideal scenario, but that's what they're made for, to use. So,
well, at the end of the day, really, you regret that she got hurt, but do you regret using her? That's what she's there for. That's what she wants to do. That's what Sage, it messes with my finals because Sage is so used to doing real work. She's not as explosive on her flanks as she should be and quick. Thank gosh, she's she's as far along broke as she is, but it really does lessen her ability to compete because she's doing real work all the time. And I refuse. I've got too much work to do, and they love it. Sage would be a very unhappy dog if I left her in the kennel and didn't use her. You know?
Well, I think it's a mistake. I think you should be using them out. Like, I think using them for a real job. You put the work in and train on them. You've got to take them out and do what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
But I think when you're trying to get money in a competition,
when you're prepping for the most important trial of your life,
you should probably
wait a week.
Probably pull them off for a couple of weeks and just train on them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm all for that too.
Yes,
I'm all for either too.
I'm prepping for it. Yes.
Yeah, and everyone that goes to these trials all year long, I don't mind if they're working them on the farm or they're working them just strictly training for trials. I think both are great, but if you are using them for work, then I think you should be using them for work and trialing.
Yeah.
Instead of having two different sets. I know it makes it easier sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of benefit that you're losing out on.
To a certain effect. I'll put it out there myself. My next set of dogs, I'm not going to use near as much. My trial dogs, I'm not going to use them as much. And the only reason for that is for that long-term crispness on the trialing. I don't know. And it's only trial and error because I don't know. I assume that's what's taking the edge off my dogs is that I'm using them so much.
Yep.
I see dogs that you use daily and they're never as crisp because they are thinking for themselves, and that's amazing. And in the trial world, you need less of that. You actually can't have it too much. You need them to listen to every ping pong.
And I think it's a different kind of thinking for yourself. Like, I think some of these seasoned trial dogs, they can see a hole, and their reaction time, they're already thinking. And
what you're explaining is the trial world is their job.
Yes.
They realize what the job is, and they love it, and they're going to go for it.
Yep.
That is different than ranch work.
Yeah, when it doesn't have to be as accurate. So
not as near as accurate when you're putting 100 head through one gate, and then you're taking 20, 30 minutes to do it versus what we do here. It's a different world. So that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my trial dogs, my next ones up and coming that I think are like flashiest ones. I'm going to hold back on doing real work all the time, all the big jobs, I'm going to go and I'm going to send them on big outruns, and I'm going to do the things that they need to know to learn to be a better dog and be useful. but I'm just not going to be like, well, I don't care. There's a dog trial coming. We got work to do, and we're going to do it.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to save my younger dogs for that, give them the experience, and then.
Which I think is important too. I there's some of these dogs that strictly trial dogs are just flat amazing.
Yeah.
And I'd love to breed to some of them. Like they're flat amazing here, and they're so crisp, so nice. The thing that scares me a little bit is having it prove itself out in the paddock on a day's work.
Right.
And I'm sure they can. I'd love to see.
Well, obviously some can and some can't. There's going to be some that can't and some that can, and that's what you worry about with breeding to something that you're not seeing go do that. Then you don't know if they can do it.
Yep, and everyone's pretty honest, so I think that even asking them, and it's just the lifestyle people live. Like,
and there's flat people here that are competing at such a high level. They're like, absolutely not. That dog will never see anything but an arena because I am in this for the world, you know.
That's like a cutting horse.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they do. That's what they're looking for. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I got into dogs because I needed their help, and so they help me all the time.
It's each to their own, but no, I think that it's important for me to look for something that has proven itself a little bit.
Yeah, and 100%. And the other side to that coin of me saying I'm going to have trial dogs at trial and working dogs at work is also I have right now like 3 young dogs coming up, and they don't have the mindset to want to be told what to do as much as some of my classier dogs. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just a whole different mindset, and I can honestly say a couple of them are a little stupid as far as they're not as smart. Back at it again. Travis's cell phone averted. Problem averted.
It did, and I didn't realize what we were talking about until I got it fixed up. Right.
I think I was explaining that I do have some bloodlines that don't have the mental fortitude or whatever you want to call it to be a good trial dog. As far as they don't think fast, they're kind of wishy-washy, but strong. Pairs dog strong, gonna make a great dog when they're 5 or 4, you know. Mm-hmm. But it's gonna take some time, and even when they're a great ranch hand, they're probably not gonna be what I want to try to get at a top level in trialing.
Yep.
Some dogs love to take that command.
Yep.
They're so excited for the command to come so they can take it. And other dogs are just have other ideas.
All different types of personalities.
Yeah.
Takes all kinds of kind.
And it's really funny because it's my red dogs want to be classy and my black dogs want to be hard hitting knuckleheads. And it's like, I'm about ready to start making my black dogs mountain dogs and my red dogs show dogs.
Yep. That's fair. Easy way to.
And that is me being a bit of a sissy on the training side.
Yep.
It's going to make my life a little easier, but I'm not saying that I'm going to not do real work with my red dogs. They will 100% do quite a bit of real work, but I'm going to reserve a lot of it for not them.
Yep. More, keeping them sharp all the time. More keeping an eye on them. That makes sense.
Yep.
But I think you can do both. It just.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You definitely can and should.
And you know, my honest opinion, and there might be like the calf table thing. There might be some disagreements out there. But I don't really think it's that fair to the dog. You tell that dog, you go think for yourself. You should know the job by now. You should know what you're doing out there. And then we come to the trial and say, don't you move a muscle without me telling you to, you know?
It's a tough...
And when's right, you know?
Yeah, that's a tough learning curve. I think it can be learned. I mean,
100%.
But, you know, like riding your horse, like cutting horse, you want to be able to put your hand down. And then when he starts going to work, but when you're just riding around normal, you still got to be able to pick up your hand and he's still got to act correctly. So, But yeah, no, it's in saying that though, that some cutting horses out there, you be riding along, calf will go back and they'll try to jump back out underneath it and work it and them good ones. So, no, there's a middle ground, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But since I've been away, who's been leading the pack or had some great runs that you've seen?
Here? Well, obviously, Brian Jacobs always has. Steve White
has really done good this year.
Oh, he has?
Yeah,
Yep.
he's been putting some runs down, really nice runs.
Good.
Buck Mendenhall, he had a smoker the one day, the
Yep.
first day. Yeah, lots of people there. I'm surprised there's a lot of people that I thought would be here that aren't here, but
Yep.
Lincoln Rogers, Michael Dow's dog broke his leg. He's had run of tough luck. man.
Bad luck. Yep. Hopefully all that's out of his system now.
Yep. But who else isn't here? Help me remember.
I think Joni Tinagen.
Joni's not here. Yep.
Yep. And
Shoot, who else?
there's a lot, but
fair bit.
there's a big class. What is it?
Oh my
84
gosh.
people in the open.
Is it 84 or 89?
It could
yeah,
be.
that's
I don't know.
huge.
It's a
class.
bit, and then what, 60 something in the novice, and that's a big class, which is great to see.
Yep.
A lot of dogs, a lot of nice dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of good dogs,
A lot
and
of good handlers.
yeah, and I see the field challenge seems to trip people up out there quite a bit.
Yeah,
It's
that kicked my butt this year again.
Yeah.
Every time, yeah.
like a dead spot or something.
That's what they claim. There's a dead zone out in that field, and I think they're right. At least I hope they're right, because my dog goes out there and just ignores me. And I'm like, and I know, like, I can watch my dog stop and try to listen, and then she hears me. But when she's moving, and you got to figure she's in the grass, the livestock's in the grass, she's panting. I mean, but when she stops and perks her ears up and looks at me, then she hears me and takes that command. But then I lose her while she's moving, you know. I'm lucky to get a there out of her. But, yeah, a lot of people have that trouble. You see people that have good dogs that'll just stop on a dime, just kind of go off on their own out there because there's an airport that flies over. That's the only bad thing about that.
I think it has to be something like that because at that distance, it's not that far.
It's not that far.
They should be. Like
Yeah.
at home, I expect them to hear me.
100%. If I'm at my house, and I thought in the past, I have a hill right by my training facility that I use all the time. I'm standing up on the hill, dogs are down below, and they can hear me just talk. And I thought, I got to stop doing that. This is making it too easy on them. They're not having to pay attention. And I made a point this year with Sage to use her a lot out in the open country, 4 foot tall grass, hills, and yeah, I come here and it's like we never done it. She's been at my house and listened twice as far as that field is long and can hear my whistles, and then come here and is like behind those cattle, not hearing nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
something's going on out there.
So I'd like to think that there's a dead spot out there, but you never know. Sometimes they just get in competition mode and they hustle through it.
Yep, finals time.
Yep,
Brings
we'll
it.
listen when we get close enough that we want to. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yep, no, that's fair enough. But
Yeah.
no, it's been the weather has been a lot better than years past.
Yeah, I'd rather it be a little cooler than this. I
Would you?
think even a rainstorm or two, I'd prefer because the dogs stay cool, the cattle stay cool, livestock stays cool. It's a little harder on the people, but who cares? That's not what we're here to compete, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a little warm, but it's definitely beautiful weather.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Other than the cotton flying everywhere, we're doing great.
Yeah, yeah. That's why the kennel came up because I wasn't dealing. I was going to be a part of that.
Yeah, you need to be a little more cowboy, son.
I don't think. You should, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
You're like,
I'm a fair weather guy.
Cotton's scary. I'm gonna bring a camper.
Yep. The kennel made it.
You're
Has to.
so
It's
ranked
national
that you
finals.
can't use a calf table, but
Cotton
you
will
can't
stop.
sleep in a bedroll. You don't sleep outside.
I'm fair weather.
I got a horse trailer.
Yep. Yep. You do.
I even shoveled it out.
Yep. It does look nice and clean. Yep. Yep. I get that. But no, I don't know. That's what I kind of want to talk about. And all the stuff we were going on with. I have back to our first episode. I've run out of things to say.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Season 1.
Yeah.
It's the end of it right there. Travis ran out of shit to say.
yeah, but I am looking forward to getting everyone else on and hearing. There's a lot of great
Yeah.
handlers here.
I think we got Elliot talked into it.
Yeah,
The freaking assassin.
the killer. So
Yep,
yeah, we're excited about
Paid
that.
killer. We got a couple people lined up.
Yep. So stay tuned for our big wild episode.
Mike Thompson, we're putting the pressure on him.
Yep.
He's saying no, but we're not taking no for an answer. Did it stop?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
What did it say? Did it ever start?
Yep. Nope. Nope. Didn't even start.
The whole time?
The first half it was going good, and then the second half you got nothing. I hit record on it and everything. We hit it at the same time. You heard it beep.
I heard yours beep. Yours is recording.
Yeah. That one there, I pressed at the exact same time.
Is it recording now?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Won't record? Now it's recording?
Recording now. Technical issues here at Stock Dogs Unleashed.
Yes,
It's been a
yes.
while since we got to really get some going on. Little go out of state, it gets out of control.
Every time. Something. This is what gets pictures of chickens put in on you.
Yeah. Well, I guess hopefully it was a big one.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to the photographer about that.
Well, at least we got audio going.
Yep. So, well, what else you got going on?
Oh, man. What do we have going on? We got mountain permits right now. We got cows on the mountain. The moment I get home, I got to go round them up, move them over to the next ridge, the next spring, get them over on another water hole so that they'll stay in that area. I'm sure they're getting close to get fed out. I did have it was kind of funny this year. Because my bulls are on the mountain and I had a small enough, I only had 30 head on the mountain last year and the rest were home. But I just left the bulls up there all year. And I had everything calved out, but I was missing a calf on when we went. I couldn't tell. I sat there and went through my cows, and you guys can tell me I'm not a cowboy. I went through my cows. Me and my kid went through them and through them and through them. Couldn't find out which cow did not have a calf on it. I'm like, what is going on here? And I'm like, whatever, we'll go drop them off because we got to push them quite a ways. We have 2 different stages where we got to push them in. And I'm like, we're going to find out while we're riding. Well, the 2 people that are supposed to come help me couldn't make it. I ended up pushing them in by myself. And I watched and I'm like, all right, I think that red cow does not have a calf, but she's got a bag. And she even looked like she's nursed. But I'm like, I don't know if she does. And I had her in my book as having a calf.
Yep.
And that was my bad because she didn't have a calf. She made it all the way to the mountain 3 days. Once she got to the top of the mountain, she had a baby calf up there.
So she did have a calf.
Yeah, she
It was
in
just
her.
it was in transport.
Yeah, and she looked like she's been nursed because one of the other big calves, she's letting them nurse it every once in a while.
Oh, I see.
She's just letting
this
something
is
nurse her.
stealer. Okay.
Yeah, she's got a stealer. I've got a heifer that is the biggest, prettiest thing you've ever seen in your life. And 99% of the time, you can see her nursing with another calf.
Really?
Yeah, because she nurses her mom and she nurses everybody around her too. Any tit she can sneak up in. She's got poop on her head all the time. She's one of them backstabbers.
Oh yeah, she's a sneak attack. Yep.
Yep.
Well, fair enough.
The mom thinks her baby's nursing, and there's a second one sucking in her on the back.
It's not gonna dry.
Oh, she's a turd. She's
Well,
a turd.
Hell yeah. Well, next year you should have a bunch of dogs here. You've only got one here this year. And
Oh yeah, I'm hoping to have 5 next year, but I don't think I'll have 5. But we'll see how it works out.
you better be rich.
Oh man,
We better start farming pretty
I'm gonna have
hard.
to I'm gonna have to sell a couple cows to be able to afford it.
For the entries, yeah. Yep, that's why I got into dog trialing because it's team roping and
So
stuff.
lucrative.
Yeah, well, I thought team roping it's fun, but I wanted something with a little bit more that I thought was cheaper.
Yeah,
And
well, it could be. It gets a little cheaper.
yeah, but then you acquire dogs, and then you acquire
Yep.
you get all different kinds
Vet
of things,
bills
and then
and-
you really got vet bills. Yeah,
The horses bring that too.
well, the vet balance on my vet account is empty. So if anything else gets hurt, or horses or dogs, it's self-healing program for now.
Self-healing.
Yeah, they've got to heal themselves, so they're on their own.
I would never do that to my animals. I would go get a loan to help my animals.
I'm just trying to be honest. I don't need to lie to the people that are listening, Chance. Yeah, as long as they're not in pain and
Yeah.
suffering, I will continue their
Yeah.
treatment,
Yeah.
what I can afford, which isn't anything now.
Yeah, I see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, so tough time at the old TC Stock Dogs to get really out there.
Yep.
That was a plug.
Yep. That's a good plug.
So, but no.
Oh yeah. And the truth about it is, for everybody's listening, Travis is on the look for a good dog.
Yeah, I'm always on the look for a good one.
Slim's not going to be working cows no more, so he's on the look for a good one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always on the look. I got a couple at home that I think are pretty good, but they're just not her. So
Yep.
we're just going to keep on. You're always looking for the one better. Even when I had Slim, you always look for the one that's a bit just
A little more on the desperate side now, though.
Well, don't tell that. There could be a potential client out there that wants me to buy one, and now they know I'm desperate. It's like
I know.
the vets.
That's
Once
why
they
I'm
know you
saying
want one,
That's
they're
what
like,
I'm saying.
yeah. Oh, so you're just jacking the price up for me. Okay, good. A good border collie pup is already expensive right now to find.
Very hard, very expensive. A good one.
Yep.
Keywords.
Yep.
Good one.
Yep. So that's already an issue I'm having.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I was just trying to help you out with that.
Oh, thanks. Well, yeah, that'll be perfect.
It doesn't matter if it's purebred.
For me, I think, in the business of trying to sell dogs, yes.
Yep.
I don't care at all, one way or the other. But in like a good horse, it's harder to sell a grade one than it is a papered one.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it's just a tough deal.
Well, I could tell you this: like, I never cared about papers on a horse growing up, one bit. You can't ride the horse, you can't ride the papers. But with these border collies, it is like so crucial and so nice to be like, oh, okay, that's his dad. This is, and literally, you look back at their papers. I was showing somebody here at the finals, and they wanted to see Brick's papers. And I said, well, I don't really know anything. Nothing stands out as a famous dog to me too much besides King on there. And they were looking at it and they're like, oh my gosh. And the last two lines on his papers, they were like, this dog is actually, and I'm not trying to put in a plug, but they loved his bloodlines. They were like, I know this dog and I know that dog and that dog. This dog is bred pretty freaking cool.
That's the crazy part is I know where he come from is just right down the road from me. His genetics.
One of them. Yep.
Yep.
Old Spring Creek. Yep. 100%.
Pete Paris. Yep. So
Yep.
he's out there and he's always had nice dogs.
Yeah.
He's always got nice dogs. I got one of his at the moment, so it's a nice dog. And
that's what I'm trying to talk about. I was kind of talking about with my black dogs being, it's a long line of heavy hitter
work dogs. They
got stamina for days. Brick goes and goes and goes. He's always ready to go. He can just get hammered on, and the next morning he is very willing, completely willing to jump in the trailer and go do it some more.
Yep.
Nice dog. But that's why I have him.
Yep. Good farm dog.
Yeah, good
Keyword
farm. Dog. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to farm up on the mountain, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But anyway, so no, well, we're going to try to get some more episodes out. I don't know what we're doing like on time.
Oh, you're only halfway there.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can see. I'm looking at your video working. I'm looking at the clock on the thing working, but you didn't hit the start button on mine, so the time's skewed on it.
It is. It's much slower.
Yeah, you got another 16 minutes.
Oh, excellent. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, what do you want to talk about? For 16 and a half minutes.
We had a couple subjects that we talked about when
You got your merch out. You got your
merch.
We
got the chicken out.
Slam the chicken. That was a good idea.
Yeah. Slim, Michael Dow's house.
Yep, which is a shame. Which everyone should still, if they want to support him and he's part of the community, please email us or contact us whichever way is best, and we'll get in contact with helping him out whatever he needs.
Yep.
So he's a big part of this community. So.
Yep. Other than that, we're at the national finals. Still got a day and a half left, and
Chance has got to go well this evening. I can take you up and I can show you what it looks like to get a fetch if you like.
Yes, please.
And they got to just go right through the middle of to everyone that's listening and doesn't know what a fetch, understand the fetch is just two panels really wide apart, and the dog's just got to put the stock through the middle of it. The very first thing you do after they come out of the gate, that's number one to get the start. Yeah.
Yep. Didn't you go on record in the beginning of this thing as saying you have a record of missing your fetch? Didn't you admit that about 40 minutes ago?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I did. And
in the intermediate class?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. But I did, and it's the same fetch.
I think the cows are ranker in the intermediate, so it's not your fault.
That's fair. No, but no, I had some good support from you at that age, so I knew it would come back and bite you.
Hugs.
Yep. Like I said, revenge is a dish best served cold.
Yes.
And it's frosty right now. The thing that does suck about the old kennel, when we're recording in here, we do have to turn the air conditioner off so you guys don't have to hear the buzzing. And it's turning into a sweat box.
Yep.
So stay tuned for some guys in here that are going to start sweating, and we've got to power through like it's not bothering us.
Yep.
So I do apologize to them early.
So you might as well do a quote and a joke, since you have a mind full of them and you like to do your quotes and jokes.
Oh, you're going to put that on me?
Yeah. I can't remember. Was my joke last night appropriate? What was it?
No, it was not appropriate at all.
I can't even remember my own joke.
No, I know. You had a lot of podcast juice. And
What was it?
Inappropriate is what it was. That was inappropriate. It hurt my ears and my soul.
Oh.
So yeah, it was a little rude.
Yeah. Somebody texted me a dad joke the other day. I wonder if I could find that. Somebody texted me, he's like, oh, I got a way better dad joke than Travis could ever come up with. This would actually be a good read. I'll look it up. I think it was they messaged Stock Dogs Unleashed, I think.
Yeah. Well, I did read one the other day on the arena of my friend's building, Brett Kawa. It says he has a big sign hung up, and it says, "Don't wish for it, work for it." So that's a good little thing there.
He's always don't talk about it, be about it.
I think he has that on. He's going to get some
I think
street
he's got
signs
that
made.
tattooed on his belly button. I think.
He's got
So this was actually from that Jamie Malberg that's been here at the finals, helping the judge, helping run the trials and everything.
Okay.
She sent in a thing telling us what she liked the podcast, and her son seen me the other day, and he's like, oh, now I met a podcast guy.
Yeah.
But anyways, she says, secondly, I have a dad joke way better than any of Travis's jokes. Why is the tomato blushing?
I don't know.
Because he saw the salad dressing.
Yeah, well, that's well
There
played.
it is.
That's-
Dad joke from Jamie Malberg.
Thanks for that. Yeah, that got me out of a hole there because I couldn't think of any off the top of my head. I have got a couple, but I'm banned from using them. Frankie, my son, is
He's embarrassed of you.
he told me to stop stealing his jokes.
Yeah, he's at that age where you are lame.
No, I'm super cool.
Yep, that's exactly the way it goes.
Yep. So, but no, that's pretty much. I'm gonna have to look some up because I did not have any to cover the holes. Because it seems like every time we ask someone, they're like, they're kind of lost.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to try to string some together that are appropriate and keep chances potty ones.
Ones to the limit.
You see him in the private. You guys more than welcome to go and ask him about his joke. It's a bit of a
Good
giggle.
ones, but you gotta have a thick skin. Can't be sensitive in the swear word area.
Or religion
Or anything, yeah. Your morals have to be shit. And that's why you laugh so hard.
yeah.
It's like, oh, that was the funniest joke I ever heard. And it's like, oh, breaks my heart.
It's not my best.
Travis is going to hell because he laughed at my joke.
Yeah. Well, should we go find some interesting people to get on here?
Yep, let's crank this AC up, let it cool back off in here, and go get somebody by the neck and drag him in.
Yep. Trap them.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Catch us next time. You can catch all our episodes of Stock Dogs Unleashed on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Don't miss an episode. Hit that follow button. Without you guys showing your support, we can't keep growing. So join us every week for insights, laughs, and all things ranch life. But seriously, hit that follow button.